identities. Today in our video we will see trigonometric identities exercise exercise 8.4 from NCERT CBSE textbook. There are only three identities which you are going to learn in this grade. They are cos square A plus sine square A. You can take it as cos square theta, and sin square theta is also 1. Cos square A plus sin square A is 1. The second is 1 plus tan square A equal to secant square A. Third one is 1 plus cot square A is equal to cosec square A. These are the three identities which you are going to study in this grade. This is the only chapter which the students feel tough, but this is very simple. If you know these three identities and how to apply them, this will be very easy. So let us start with an example 11. Let's start with example, but you have to be thorough with this identity. We'll start with example 11. Cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1. 1 plus tan square A equal to secant square A. 1 plus cot square A equal to cosecant square A. The first example is express. This is our first example from 8.4. Cos A tan A in terms of express cos A tan A and secant A in terms of sin A. In terms of sin A. So first let us take a cos A and try to solve. First let us take cos A. We have to express cos A in terms of sin A. Which is the identity that is relating cos and sin? The first identity, cos square. What is our first identity? Cos square A plus sin square A equal to, from this we can express cos A in terms of sin A. So I'll keeping the cos square A in the left hand side itself, and I'm taking the sin square A to the right hand side. So it is 1 minus, because this is plus sin square A. When it goes to the right hand side, it is 1 minus sin square A. So, but they are asking you to express as cos A. So I have to take the root on both sides. Taking root on both the sides, I am taking root on both the sides. So when I take root cos square A equal to root of 1 minus sin square. I am taking the root so that I want a cos A. Because there is cos square A, I need cos A. So root of cos square A is nothing but cos A. Cos A is root of 1 minus sin square A. I have expressed my cos in terms of sin. Next is our tan A. Now I have expressed the cos in terms of sin. Next comes our tan A. Tan A in terms of sin A. So we know that tan A is, you can use in any, there are different methods. I'll take a simple method. What is the identity that is relating tan and sin? I'm using identities. You can use by tan A equal to sin A by cos A also. I'll do by both the methods. First, I'll take the identity and try to solve, and then I'll try to solve with tan A equal to sin A by cos A. So, what is the identity that is relating tan and sin is our, see, secant is 1 by sin. So, secant is 1 by cos. So if I take this identity, I'll get tan in terms of cos. From cos, we have already derived the sin. So I can go for that. I'm taking this identity. 1 plus tan square A. 1 plus tan square A is equal to secant square A. So I can write tan square A is secant square A minus, because this is plus 1, when it goes to the other side it will be minus 1. So tan square A, secant is nothing but 1 by cos. 1 by cos square A minus 1. I am taking the LCM. See, this is cos square A. I have to multiply it here. 1 by cos square. I'm taking the LCM, so I'm multiplying this 1 into cos square A. So the cos square A will be common now. So what it is 1 minus cos square A by cos square A. See, I know that sin square A, cos square A, sin square A plus cos square A is 1. So sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So 1, if I take the cos to the other side, 1, cos is plus. So when it goes to the other side, minus cos square A is sin square A. So in place of 1 minus cos square A, I can write it as, in place of 1 minus cos square A, I can write it as sin square A by cos square A. Am I right? Already I know the value of cos, which I already done in my previous. What is cos square A? It is 1 minus sin square A. So cos square A is 1 minus sin square A. I'll write here equal to, have done. So I'm not doing it again. Sin square A by 1 minus sin square A. So my tan square A is sin square A by 1 minus sin square A. When I take the root on both sides, taking root on both sides, root on both sides, I'll get tan A root of tan square A by root of sin square A by root of 1 minus sin square A. That is tan A equal to sin A by root of 1 minus sin square A. So I got tan A in terms of sin A. I can do this by other method also. I'll show you how to do. I can use any method, that's not good. I know that tan A equal to, this is method 2. You can use any method which is easy for you. I feel this method will be more easy. Tan A is nothing but sin A by cos A. Cos A, already we find out what was our cos A from the previous sum. We find out cos A is nothing but root of 1 minus sin square A. So I can write tan A is sine of root of 1 minus sin square A. Both are going to be same, but it is a different method. One is using the identities and other is just using the ratio of trigonometry. So I'll explain you this again for you. What I have done, this is my method 1 and method 2. I have to express my tan in terms of my sign. So I'm using the first method is using the identity. I'm taking an identity 1 plus tan square A is secant square A, because this identity have tan in that, and secant can be expressed as 1 by cos, and we know cos can be easily expressed into sine from the previous sum. So I can write tan square A is secant square A. This plus 1, when it goes to the other side, it will become minus 1. Tan square A is secant square A minus 1. Secant square A is nothing but 1 by cos square A. That's what I have done. Secant square is 1 by cos square A minus 1. Now I am taking the LCM. LCM here there is 1. So I have to multiply this with both with cos square A because my LCM is cos square A. So I am multiplying with cos square A. So denominator will remain the same. So I'll get 1 minus cos square A by cos square A. 1 minus cos square A by cos square A. I know the first identity is sin square A plus cos square A equal to 1. So sin square A is equal to, I am moving the cos square A to the other side, 1 minus cos square A. In place of 1 minus cos square A, I am taking as sin square A by cos square A. We know cos square A is nothing but, I can write the same cos square A is 1 minus sin square A. Taking the root on both the sides, I am taking the root on both the sides. When I take root, tan square A become tan A. Tan square A is becoming tan A and root of sin square A will be sin A, and this I am keeping as it is root of 1 minus sin square A. This is one method. Method 2 is using my ratios. That's more simple, I feel. Sometimes in the paper they might have asked you to express using an identity. At that time you have to use an identity, so I am explaining with both the methods. If there is nothing like that in the question, you can directly go on with this method. Tan A is sin A by cos A. So we know cos A is root of 1 minus sin square A. So I have written sin A by, just from the same thing which we did in the first. That's so I am writing tan A is sin A by root of 1 minus sin square A. Next one, we have to express our secant A in terms of sin A. So the next one is secant A in terms of sin A. So secant A I have to express in sin A. So what is the identity that is relating the secant A? We know that very simple. Secant A is, what is secant A? 1 by cos A. Cos A has been already expressed as sin A, that is cos A. We know from identity cos A is root of 1 minus sin square A. I am directly substituting 1 by root of 1 minus sin square A. So I have expressed my tan, secant and cos A in terms of sin A. That's my example 12. Next we will see our example 13. Let's start with our example 13. Now we will see the example 13. What is our example 13? Example 13 is sec A brackets 1 minus sin A brackets secant A plus tan A equal to 1. We have to prove the left hand side is equal to right hand side. My right hand side is 1. So I will take my left hand side and I will try to prove that is equal to 1. So I have to prove my left hand side. What is my left hand side? Secant A 1 minus sin A brackets secant A plus tan A. I'll try to write everything in terms of sin and cos. I'll try to write like that. So that will be easy for me for cancellation, so that I'll get it as 1. So sec A is nothing but 1 by cos A. This is already in sin, so I'll write as it is. What is sec A? 1 by cos A. And tan A is sin A by cos A. This is 1 by cos A. 1 minus sin A. Because my cos A is same, I can write it as 1 plus sin A by cos A. Everything is in multiplication, so I can multiply this cos A, so I can write 1 by cos square A into 1 minus, because everything is multiplication here, so I can multiply the denominators. Cos A into cos A is cos square A. I'll write the numerator as it is, 1 by sin A into 1 plus sin A. This is similar to A minus B, A plus B. This is algebraic identity. This is similar to A minus B into A plus B. What is the identity? A minus B, A plus B is nothing but A square plus B square. Sorry, A square minus B square. A minus B into A plus B is A square minus B square. My A here is 1 and B is sin A. So it will be like this, 1 square minus sin square A for this. So I'll write with this. This alone is 1 minus sin A into 1 plus sin A is nothing but, 1 minus sin square. So the sum is 1 by cos square A into 1 minus 1 square is nothing but 1 sin square A. I'll take my identity 1. What is my identity 1? Sin square A plus cos square A is 1. So what is, I can take the sign to the other side. Cos square A is, because it is plus, it will become minus 1 minus sin square A. So instead of 1 minus sin square A, I can write it as cos square A by cos square A. When I divide, that is cos square A by cos square 1. So my right hand side was 1. So now I got that 1. Now next example 4. Sorry, example 14. We'll see our example 14. What is our example 14? Is cot A minus cos A by cot A plus cos A. This equal to cosec A minus 1 by cosec A plus 1. So we have in this sum, we have both left hand side and right hand side. This is my left hand side and this is my right hand side. So I have to take the left hand side and prove that is equal to right hand side. That I will do. Sometimes we can solve both left hand side and right hand side. We can show the answers of same. Here I am taking first the left hand side. So what is my left hand side? Cot A minus cos A by cot A plus cos A. So in this I'll keep the cos as it is, because there is cosec that is related to some sign. So 1 by sin, if I can take it as cosec. So I'll keep the cos as it is and I'll try to write cot in terms of sin and cos. We know cot A is nothing but, what is cot A? Cot A is cos A, cot A is cos A by sin A. So I'm going to substitute cos A equal to cos A by sin A here. Cos A by sin A minus cos A whole divided by the same I am doing here also. Instead of cot A, I am writing cos A by sin A plus cos A. I have done nothing. In place of cot A, I have written as cos and sin. I need some cosec. To make cosec, I need sin. So I am using like that. So cos by sin. Now, In this, if I take the cos A is common in both the terms. This is term 1 and term 1, term 2. Both the terms have cos. So I can take the cos in common. So if I take cos in common, so I'll get 1 by sine minus 1. Am I right? Similarly, I am writing here also. Sorry, it is cos A. Cos A in common, I'll get 1 by sine A plus cos A. So it is 1 by cos A as it is. 1 by sine A is nothing but 1 by sine is my cosec A. See, I need 1 by sine. That's why I write as cot as 1 cos by sine minus 1 by cos A into 1 by sine again is cosec A plus 1. So this cos A get cancelled. So our answer is cosec A minus 1 by cosec A plus 1. This was our right hand side. This was our right hand side. So I have proved that my left hand side was equal to, from left hand side I have derived my right hand side. So my left hand side is equal to my right hand side. That's what I have done. This is very simple sum. This is my example 14. Now we will do example 14. Now we will see our example 15. What is our example 15 is? Our example 15 is sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 divided by sin theta plus cos theta minus 1, that will be equal to 1 by secant theta minus tan theta. In this stuff, please, in this sum, try to follow me each and every sum. This is little bit confusing. If you follow each and every sum, then each and every step, it will be easy for you to understand what I am doing in each and every step. This is my left hand side and right hand side. First, let us compare. We have to prove the left hand side is equal to right hand side. So let us compare the relationship between the left hand side and right hand side. My left hand side has cos and sine, and my right hand side has secant and tan. See, if I divide with sine with cos, I'll get my tan, and if I divide 1 with cos, I'll get my secant. So I will try to divide. See, from this I can get the secant and tan by dividing with cos. So I will try to change all the things sine and cos into secant and tan first. So for that I will divide it with cos theta. See, I can get in secant and tan. That's why I am dividing. Before taking a step in this problem, we have to think what you have to do. So I am dividing with left hand side only I am taking to solve. So I am dividing the left hand side with cos theta. I am dividing this, so I'll get my left hand side in secant and tan. So when I divide sin theta by cos theta minus cos theta by cos theta plus 1 by cos theta whole divided by sin theta by cos theta plus cos theta by cos theta minus 1 by cos theta. So I know my sin theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. Cos theta by cos theta is 1. 1 by cos is secant. Divided by sin by cos is tan theta. Cos theta by cos theta is 1 and it is minus 1 by cos is secant theta. See, now I got my left hand side in terms of tan and secant. So that is, I'm going nearer to my right hand side. My step should be like that. Our next step, what I am doing is my step 2 will be, I have an identity with tan square and secant square theta. From this I cannot do. So I have to use the identity that is having a square. So I'll try to combine tan and secant because I want only tan and secant in my right hand side, tan and secant. So I'll try to write tan and secant first. Tan theta. This is just rearranging. This plus secant theta I'm writing here. Minus 1 by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. This is just a rearrangement. Next step, I'll multiply with tan theta minus secant theta. This I am multiplying because I have an identity with square. Multiply by tan theta minus secant theta. Because I have an identity, when I multiply, I will get it in squares. So I am doing it. Tan theta plus secant theta. I am putting this bracket. This bracket is not going to affect much. When putting a bracket, I should be very careful. Sometimes if I put a bracket in some places, it will change my sum. I should not do that. So tan theta minus secant theta plus 1 into tan theta minus secant theta. I have to multiply now. When I multiply, how I'll multiply? I'll multiply this with this and then this with this. This is how I will multiply. I'll multiply like that. First, I'll multiply tan theta plus secant theta into tan theta minus secant theta. I'll write in blue to show the differentiation. First, I'm multiplying. This is just a calculation step. Tan theta plus secant theta multiplying with tan theta minus secant theta. This is nothing but a plus b into a minus b. So this is a square minus b square, that is tan square theta minus secant square theta. I am using this formula for multiplication of tan theta plus secant theta, tan theta minus secant theta. So I will get it as tan square theta minus secant square theta. Now I have to multiply this 1 with tan theta minus secant theta. When I multiply with 1, that is going to be same. So minus tan theta minus 1. So I am doing this minus tan theta minus secant theta. The denominator I'll write as it is. Tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. The whole is multiplied because this is multiplication. The whole is getting multiplied with tan theta minus secant theta. I am not doing the multiplication here. If necessary, we'll do in future. Tan square theta minus secant square theta is nothing but, we have a formula. What is our formula? 1 plus tan square theta. This is the calculation to show 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta. This is our identity. If I take the secant to the other side, tan square theta minus secant, I am taking the secant to the left hand side, it will become minus secant square theta. This will 1 will go to the right hand side, so it will become minus 1. So tan square theta minus secant square theta is minus 1. In place of tan square theta, I will substitute my minus 1 minus tan theta minus secant theta divided by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1. This bracket is no use, I am not using it. Tan theta minus secant theta. Now I am multiplying this minus inside, so I'll get minus 1 minus tan theta plus secant theta by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1 into tan theta minus secant theta. Now I'll take see, this is same, this part is same, this and this are more or less the same, only the sign of all the term is different. So I'll take the minus 1 outside. If I take minus 1 outside, it will become plus 1 plus tan theta minus secant theta divided by tan theta minus secant theta plus 1 multiply with tan theta minus secant theta. These two terms are same, so I can easily cancel them. So it is nothing but minus 1 by tan theta minus secant theta. To change the 1 into plus, I'll change the signs of the denominator. So 1 by tan theta will become minus tan theta, because to remove this minus, I'm doing this plus secant theta. That is 1 by secant theta minus tan theta. Now I got my right hand side. This was my right hand side. So I proved my left hand side equal to right hand side. Now so our is proved. If you have any doubt, give me in a comment. I'll try to clarify it. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.